Notre Dame was not expecting to be a part of this crazy coaching carousel, but after Brian Kelly unexpectedly left for LSU, they needed to find his replacement. Potential names that were being thrown around included Luke Fickell, Matt Campbell, Pat Fitzgerald, along with others. Yet there was one name everybody kept bringing up, more than others, from fans to players and even recruits, and that was defensive coordinator Marcus Freeman. Last night, news broke that Freeman is expected to be the next head coach for the Fighting Irish, which is the right hire. But why is that? Let's talk about that. Before we talk about why Marcus Freeman was the perfect hire, let's go over a little bit of his backstory. Marcus Freeman was born on January 10th, 1986, and grew up in Huber Heights, Ohio. Freeman attended Wayne High School and was a highly rated linebacker, being rated as a 4-star recruit. He was also named to the Parade All-American team, recording 127 tackles, 4 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries as a senior. Freeman attended Ohio State, where he would appear in 51 games, making 37 starts throughout his career. He started 26 games at weak side linebacker and 11 games at strong side linebacker, and was a 2-time second-team All-Big Ten selection. He finished his career 19th on the school's all-time tackle list with 268 tackles, 140 solos, and was credited with 21.5 tackles for a loss, 6 sacks, 15 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. At the NFL Combine, Freeman would run a 4.74 40 and did 30 reps on the bench press. He would be drafted in the 5th round of the 2009 NFL Draft by the Chicago Bears, but waived in September. Fun fact, Matthew Stafford was the first overall pick that year. Freeman would then sign with the Buffalo Bills practice squad before being released in early October. He would then sign with the Houston Texans in November, but was forced to retire in May of 2010 due to an enlarged heart. Freeman would then return to Ohio State, where he would serve as the graduate assistant for the 2010 season and would accept the linebacker coach position at Kent State in 2011. In 2013, Freeman would accept the same position at Purdue before being promoted to co-defensive coordinator in 2016. Freeman helped transform the linebacker group into a strength for the Boilermakers, coaching future NFL players before he would be hired by Cincinnati as their defensive coordinator and linebacker coach. During his 4 years at Purdue, Freeman turned the Boilermaker linebacking core from one of their biggest question marks to one of their biggest strengths. The 2018 Cincinnati Bearcats defense led the American in rushing defense, scoring defense, and total defense, and ranked among the top 15 in the NCAA, FBS in all 3 categories. The Bearcats finished atop the 2019 American Athletic Conference ranks in scoring defense for the 2nd straight season and ranked among the league's top 3 in rushing and total defense. Freeman was a part of a UC staff that coached the Bearcats to back-to-back 11-win seasons in 2018 and 2019, and the 2019 American Athletic Conference East Division Championship and consecutive bowl game wins in the 2018 Military Bowl and the 2019 Ticket Smart Birmingham Bowl. While he was with the Bearcats, Freeman had turned down multiple job opportunities until Notre Dame came calling. Tom Lloyd wrote back in January, head coach Brian Kelly, Father Jenkins, Associate Athletic Director Ron Polis, and cornerback coach Mike Mickens, Freeman's longtime friend, and others did a tremendous job of not just recruiting him to join the team, but making Freeman and his wife comfortable with making this move as a family. For Freeman, family comes first, so it was important that everyone was fully on board with this decision. In addition, it should be noted that Freeman talked with former Irish defensive coordinator and now Vanderbilt head coach Clark Lea about the job and was told he had nothing but great things to say about his time at Notre Dame under Kelly. He made it clear to Freeman that this is a great opportunity with a terrific group of young men. Freeman then took a visit to LSU where they rolled out the red carpet and it looked like the Tigers were going to land him. Hey you! Yeah, you! How do you think Marcus Freeman will do as Notre Dame's head coach? Also, if you are enjoying this video, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the video do better in the algorithm. Ultimately, Freeman chose Notre Dame over LSU because he felt he fit in better there and was more comfortable there. He also liked the future of the Fighting Irish football program. The hire was viewed by many as a home run hire. Freeman has not disappointed since arriving at Notre Dame, especially on the recruiting trail. He's rated the number 3 recruiter for the 2022 recruiting class, and Notre Dame has the 5th best class in college football and the 2nd best class in 2023. The defense is also holding teams to a combined 23 points a game. When Brian Kelly left, Many called for the hiring of Freeman, from fans to players to even some recruits. When rumors were flying around that Freeman may be a choice, Tom Van Haren from ESPN wrote, "He is a young coach who relates to the players and has well-established relationships at the high school level in the Midwest. It would make for an easy adjustment, and given the pool of available coaches, I don't know who else would make a splash. Freeman hasn't been a head coach before, but he has a lot of what it takes to be a head coach, and I think he could build off of what the staff has done this season." While Adam Rittenberg writes, Freeman also would be a smart choice, despite his age and lack of head coaching experience. He'll be getting a big-time job soon, so why not get ahead of the pack and hire him now? Jack Swarbrick, the athletic director at Notre Dame, seemed to be listening to what everyone was calling for, and made what I think was the right hire. Pete Sampson, a Notre Dame beat writer, wrote about the hiring, saying the decision to elevate Freeman to head coach, assuming Notre Dame gets this deal done officially over the line, is a rebrand of the program's face and expectations, particularly in recruiting. Where Kelly talked about Notre Dame's limits in recruiting against other powerhouses only to walk that statement back, Freeman has leaned hard into closing the talent gap with Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia. The return on investment has already shown in Notre Dame's linebacking recruiting, where the Irish have 4 4-star prospects committed, including near 5-star Jalen Sneed out of South Carolina. A Freeman promotion would come in risks in terms of experience. However, as Notre Dame's history has multiple stories of failed first-time head coaches, Charlie Weiss, Bobby Davie, and Gary Faust, experience has been a premium considering the resume of Kelly, Lou Holtz, and others, all led multiple college programs before ending up at Notre Dame. Freeman is a different kind of risk who could carry a different kind of reward. While Matt Fortuna, a national college football reporter, wrote for The Athletic, Freeman has been a rising star pretty much since he entered the coaching industry. He is one of the nation's best recruiters, is charismatic, and from day one as an assistant this year, made a huge impression on many influential voices around the university. Freeman starts his head coaching career with a win, with Tommy Rees deciding to stay at Notre Dame rather than leaving. Sampson wrote on The Athletic, all week sources indicated to The Athletic that the hiring of Rees would need to go before any promotion of Freeman, both for the sake of continuity on the staff and maintaining both the roster and recruiting class. Rees's decision on Wednesday night to stay on as offensive coordinator instead of following Kelly to LSU was that first critical step. While Rees is not overly experienced as an offensive coordinator, he has a lot of knowledge around the Notre Dame program and understands offensive schemes in a way Freeman does not. Pairing them together, albeit in different roles, allows each to play to their strength. He is the youngest head coach in Notre Dame history since Terry Brennan, who was hired at age 25 in 1954. From what I was able to find, it looks like Notre Dame should be able to keep a lot of their core staff as well, rather than seeing a departure to LSU, like Oklahoma saw with USC. I am excited to see what Freeman is able to do as the Notre Dame head coach, and I think he should be successful. But what do you think? Was Marcus Freeman the right hire at Notre Dame? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.